Joining us now, Elizabeth Mamo, Director of the Medical Library at the Rochester Regional Health System. So we all have, you know, been diagnosed with something or told something by a doctor that you just immediately go Google. And it's not always a good thing, but here in our community, we have a library that's set up for us with experts that have already picked it out.
You guys have been there since, what, 2000 now?
This program has been in place since about 2000, yes.
And people can either go and visit the library at the hospital, or they can, what, call you, email you, snail mail you, and say, what's the typical scenario? They get a diagnosis and they just want to know more?
Yeah, we get a lot of people, whether they're patients actually in the hospital or patients' families or members of the local community that have a diagnosis or have been advised a certain treatment and don't quite understand it. And so they will call, they can email or go through our website. Quite often we have nurses right in the hospital that refer them to us, and we provide them with reliable, trustworthy health information. For some people, they may need it in a reading level that's lower than what you commonly find in the professional literature. And we can also get it in languages other than English.
Oh, that's probably huge.
Very big, yes.
And you actually have, for people who maybe don't, your privacy policy, there is a privacy policy, but for people who maybe aren't ready to go talk to somebody else face-to-face about it, there is a library on the website that you can have access to and look up things from there, and that stuff's all vetted.
Yes, our website is wernerlibrary.org, and we have an entire section on the website that provides you with links to reliable websites on all different types of health topics. It is a confidential service, so if you come to the library in person, if you call, if you email, it is entirely between you and the librarian that takes care of your information request.
Was this started out of, again, you mentioned Google, Kelsey, you know, lots of times it's good, but when it comes to medical information, sometimes it can lead you astray.
Yes.
Was that one of the reasons maybe this was begun?
Absolutely. There is so much information available out on the web. It's so easy to get to. All you have to do is enter a few words in Google and you're there. But what you get isn't always reliable or trustworthy. And we're there to kind of help you sift through that and find what you need and can trust.
And this is a free service for anyone.
Yes, in the Rochester community, it is a free service. You're welcome to call or email, stop in. If you do not have access to a computer, we will actually mail you the print documents.
Wow.
To your home.
Because the older generations now might not necessarily be able to email.
No. We find that's very common with the older generations. They either don't have a computer in their homes, don't know how to use a computer, don't have email.
Can you do large print?
Yes.
Ah,
yes.
That's great.
Do you find there's a certain type of diagnosis people come to? Is there one question that's more common than others? Or or can you guys also answer questions too about medication and things of that nature?
As far as the frequency of questions, I know that diabetes is a very popular topic, and diet, you know, helping people figure out the right diet for their condition. We do, as far as medications go, provide information on, you know, interactions and things to look for. We cannot, and we do not provide any kind of medical advice, just information.
Ah, what a great resource.
Yes.
And
How
just
many
said the magic
people?
word of free, too.
Do you know how many people you guys have helped over?
Well, I can
last
tell you,
15 years?
last year in 2014, we answered over 1,600 requests for information. And this year, we're well on our way to surpassing that.
Does the response time differ depending on how complicated the question is?
We have a very fast turnaround time, mostly because we love what we do.
Oh, awesome.
So generally, if you're going to get your response by email, it'll be probably within the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
One more time, the library online address.
wernerlibrary.org.
Awesome. What a cool resource. I'm so glad you came in to tell us about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, coming up, working out during the summer versus during the holidays. Tall trainer Jeremy Biernat will be here to talk more about that. Be right back.